Let's choose the latter. While we cannot correct past mistakes, we can repair and rebuild. I have found over a lot of parenting years that it's never too late to begin the healing process. As a son, I will be very transparent about my own upbringing, although I want to be careful in how I do that. I don't want you to misjudge my mother and father. Just like you, I was not reared perfectly. My parents made some mistakes with me. Some affected me so deeply that I determined to discover a better way from the Scriptures. But I'll quickly and very honestly say that my parents were also some of the finest people I have ever known. If everyone had parents like mine, not only would families be in better shape, but the world would be a much better place. As a parent, I remember the evening after Cynthia gave birth to our first child. As soon as I got back from the hospital, I dropped to my knees in our tiny 3-room campus apartment and I cried out to God, "Please, help me know how to be a dad. Cynthia's never been a mom. We don't know what we're doing, so dear Father, please help us." We dived into the Scriptures, and the Lord began to reveal some of the things I'll be sharing in the chapters to come. God answered my prayer by providing direction through His Word. He rescued our children from some of the worst mistakes we could have made, and where we applied those principles, our children thrived. Just as my parents made mistakes with me, Cynthia and I have made mistakes with our children. I will be candid where appropriate and share with you the lessons I learned and what I would have done differently, looking back. My hope is that you will avoid making those same mistakes yourself, or, if you've already made them, you will be encouraged. Just as Cynthia and I were able to bring healing to those wounds with our children, so you can with yours. As a grandparent, as a father of 4 adult children, each with families of his or her own, I can look back on a history of successes and mistakes. And as I think of each of our 10 grandchildren, I am further convinced that each boy and girl is valuable and worth my time. I don't know what it was like to have a father spend much personal time with me, so I had to cultivate what didn't come naturally. As a grandfather, I know now more than ever that each child takes time and attention to discover. Lots of time and lots of attention. They can benefit from all you can give them. I only wish I had known that better when my children were small. Fortunately, from my position as a grandfather, I can see how my children have built upon the parenting they received to become even better moms and dads. And from this vantage point, I can assure you that your failures will not doom your children to a horrible future. God's grace superabounds where sin abounds. Your love will cover a multitude of mistakes. This overwhelming responsibility is not so overwhelming when you recognize that your children really belong to the Lord, and He will not fail you if you diligently and sincerely seek Him. The best-kept secret of wise parenting. A good place to start is for me to give you a little background information. My mom and dad married on October 5, 1930. The following August 5, 1931, my brother Orville was born. If you do the math, it adds up right, so I'm not revealing any scandal here. Then, on September 8, 1932, they welcomed my sister and named her Lucille after my mother. Most everyone today knows her as Lucy. A couple of years later, on October 18, 1934, I came along. I was, in my mother's words, a mistake. My parents didn't resent my arrival, but bringing me into the world was certainly not something they had planned, and I was never quite able to forget that. Orville was clearly my mother's favored child. Lucy was undoubtedly my father's favorite, which left me wondering where I fit in. Both Orville and Lucy had a lot of impressive qualities, so they deserved all of the attention and praise they received. My brother is brilliant. I don't know whether he ever took an IQ test, but he would no doubt score in the approaching genius category. He was also greatly gifted as a musician. I'm convinced he could have been a concert pianist if he had chosen that as a career. But the heart of this talented genius lay elsewhere. He attended Rice Institute, now called Rice University, and ultimately wound up serving the Lord full-time as a missionary in Buenos Aires for more than 30 years. Lucy is among the most gifted people I have ever known. As most of you would agree, she is absolutely contagious in her enthusiasm and has a voracious appetite for living. She sang for many years with the Dallas Civic Opera and brings an amazing artistic flair to everything she does. The rooms of her lovely home, right down to the pages of her personal journals, would be worth photographing.